Day 5. We're just getting started out here. Well, actually, they've been out here since like 6 o'clock working on this thing. So they're not just getting started. 3 hours later, and they're giving me a hard time about that one. But we're out here working on this feature, and I just kind of wanted to show you guys what it's going to look like. We're pulling out these shrubs right here because we want to make sure that people can see right up into the feature. We've got our big waterfall kind of coming down. You can look at that drop right there. So Evan's standing right in there and it's up to his waist. That's going to be an epic waterfall coming crashing down there. I actually just brought some elm. So I had to take a tree out of my yard. It breaks my heart to have to take this tree out, but I had to take a massive elm out of my yard. And I'm going to take some of these logs from my tree and I'm going to actually incorporate them in the waterfall. It'll be a really cool kind of effect because the water will hit those logs and then splash and then kind of come into the pond. So really, really cool effect there. We are just doing our final little bit of dirt work right there. And this other waterfall that's right here is going to come crashing right into the pond. We're going to pull our liner back. We've got 2 skimmers going in this corner right here and we'll get those set. But check out the size of some of these rocks in here. I mean, this is a piece of granite right here. Massive 4,000 or 5,000 pound rock. We've got some cool little things down in here. So you can see how we're rocking in the backside here. A little bit smaller rock. We're gonna bring our liner and our dirt right up and tuck into it. And then people will be able to walk right up to the feature right here. So look, we kind of have this destination rock. It's just a little chased back in here. You'll be able to kind of stand out on this rock. Pulling that big boy out right now. Check out this rock right in here. So with a feature this size, we incorporate a lot of bigger rocks into the actual feature. So you can see we've got massive rocks like this in here. And in order to kind of fit our liner around them, we do some interesting stuff. So this is our main liner. This is a secondary piece of liner. And if you notice, we've got it all foamed in. Reason we're doing that is because as the water comes out of our waterfall right here, as that water kind of comes out, if we didn't foam this and we didn't kind of lock in these edges, what happened is all the flow that we have would kind of sneak around and go around these big rocks. Because we can't re-excavate over and over again and get our dirt backed into them. So we end up having to kind of make little bib liners so that our water will flow over the falls. So you can kind of see this liner right in here. This is a secondary liner that we cut perfectly to kind of fit in there, and then we foam around it. A lot of times we'll see, somebody will use foam to keep water inside of a feature or inside of the liner. Foam is not to keep the water inside the feature. Foam is just to kind of direct the water. If you were to use this foam to try and keep the water inside, what'll happen is over the next couple of years, it'll actually deteriorate. And then you'll have water spilling outside of the pond, going outside of the falls, and you'll have a leak and you'll start losing water. So very, very important to use foam just to control the water and not to try and keep the water inside of the feature, just to control it so it goes over our waterfall. So you kind of see, this is where our waterfall is going to start. Check out kind of some of this placement of rocks. So you can see this one's a little bit lower, this is a little bit higher. So as the water kind of flows, it's going to kind of bounce and get redirected, go down right in there. And then you can kind of see how this rock has like a channel cut into it right there. The water's going to rush over there and kind of come over this channel as well. And then this is our final falls down into the pond. So we have this entire feature plumbed up in 3-inch. And the reason we want to put it in 3 inches, we could put it in 2 inch technically, but the friction loss that we would have in 2-inch plumbing would be pretty significant. So as we're trying to make sure we maximize our flow coming up to the top of our falls, the 3-inch just has way less friction loss, especially with this kind of head height that we're going to have on these pumps. We're starting out with 2-inch backflows, jumping up to a 3-inch and bringing that up the hill. So like I said, there is a lot going on here right now. The guys are really trucking away on it. Really appreciate you guys following along. Stay tuned for the final update.